Good evening, good evening, good evening, everybody. How you doing? I am Julian Clarke, and I am glad to be here. Glad to have you. Glad to have the people that will be joining in, and anyone that sees this later on, as this will be a recorded event. Glad to have you here. So today is September 12th, 2022, and we are having an empowerment session. What that means is we are going to be talking about things that's going to give you a position in your life where you stand now to give you a chance of empowerment. It's going to empower your lives and your beings by the words that you say, the choice words that you bring and put out into the universe that will bring you power. So today's session is called Empowerment Session, recognizing and eliminating limiting beliefs. So one might ask, what is a limiting belief? First off, to know what it is to even recognize. So a limiting belief is a choice group of words that you will say that you have heard that put a limit in your belief systems. It could be your personal beliefs, it could be your religious beliefs, it could be your spiritual beliefs, it could be work related beliefs. But it is anything that will stop you and limit your way of thinking and stops your progress in life. I'm going to share my screen with you guys as we take a roll down this lane to see what this looks like. We are going to go into this slideshow that I have prepared for you guys. Okay, so below is a list of some common phrases that we are often told growing up or here in our community. They are so normal that we rarely question their validity or consider how they affect our belief systems or make us unhappy. Of course, there is some truth and a good intention behind most of them, but consider which ones you have been conditioned to believe and how they have impacted your beliefs in your life. So recognizing these limiting beliefs. One is money is the root of all evil. I'm pretty sure that everyone has heard this. So the good intention is money does not bring happiness and could corrupt you, right? The conditioned fear behind this is it's a negative association with having money. It turns you into a bad person. The potential limits that this causes is unconsciously avoiding or sabotaging financial success to avoid the negative qualities that you believe to develop within having money. Let's look at another one. Money doesn't grow on trees. Good intention. Be intelligent with how you spend your money. The conditioned fear. Money, scarcity, the feeling that there is not enough and it is hard to get. Potential limits. Not believing you can have what you want if it involves having money and therefore not going for it. Now, I'm pretty sure we've all have had a taste of that. We have all seen those two things where we look at it and we say it. And so just think of how many times it subconsciously will stop you from doing things that you want to do, whether it's financial, whether it's with a job, your personal life. How many times have you said, you know what, I want to be this in life? And I know that to have my own business, it takes money. There's another saying that says it takes money to make money. But if you feel that it is hard to get this money because, you know, you have to be careful when you spending it, you have to be careful how you gaining it, it will block all the things that you need to do to achieve to get that step. Another limiting belief is don't burn your bridges. Good intention. Keep good relationships with the people who may one day be a resource. The conditioned fear is apprehension to do what you know is right if you feel it. You know, a limiting belief factor with that will be is if you stand there and you take someone that you know and you push them aside when it's time to go and now utilize their resources or use them, and I don't like to use the term use, actually, you go and you work with them to get to the next level. Now you're in a place where you have that inability because you have basically burnt that bridge with them, or you have cut ties, they have cut ties with you, you no longer have a good relationship with them, and they will not come to your aid. How about another one? This is a fan favorite. Finish your plate. There are starving people in the world. Good intentions. Don't be wasteful with food and have compassion for others. A conditioned fear. Food scarcity or guilt for having more opportunity than others. Potential limits. Overeating and health problems, holding yourself back to avoid feeling guilty over having more opportunity than others. So when you look at things like this and you try to normalize keeping yourself down, or you try to normalize not reaching forward because we're taught that obesity, not just in weight, but obesity as a metaphor with taking in more than that's yours, taking in more that you can handle, being a Scrooge, if you will. If you do this, this is going to cause a problem for, everyone. So when you look at these, recognizing these beliefs, you have to understand that you must take baby steps. You have to understand that first you must understand where these sayings come from. Because once you understand where these sayings come from and you can understand and see where they are and where they sit in front of you in your life, you can now take them and turn them around and weed them out and make them be more beneficial for you. Another one, speak only when spoken to. Now, this is something we tell children all the time. This is something that is told within the people of color cultures a lot of the times. The good intentions, be polite and don't interrupt. But we're conditioned to have fear, the apprehension to approach others or speak up. It sometimes causes a real sense of scariness in people. It causes people to feel that they don't have the power behind themselves, the power behind their words in order to go reach up and stand for either what's right or to begin to find where their passion lies, all because of that being told to speak when you're spoken to. Because you think about it, if you stand there and you wait for someone to come up to you and talk to you, how do you make connections? How do you network with people? How do you step outside yourself and put yourself on a new plane? And the potential limits to things like this is avoidance of activities or circumstances requiring you to be an authority, to lead, demand what you want, stand up for what you believe, or speak in front of others. And all of these are things that are crucial and critical to our development. It's crucial and critical to you reaching the next level in your job. It is critical for you to reach the next level within your relationship. This even causes problems in relationships, be it romantical or be it platonic friendships, be it colleagues. If you can't speak up for yourself, if you can't talk about what it is you need, if you have the ideas within you, but you're afraid to bring them out, that stops you. It causes you not to grow. Now, I want you to ask yourself, which one of these phrases are you conditioned to believe? Can you think of any others? And do you believe that these are true? Yes or no? This is something you must ask yourself every time you hear a conditioned belief, every time you hear a limiting phrase that is told to you. You must stop, you must pause and wonder and ask yourself, am I true to this? Should I believe this? Is this something that is hindering me and holding me back? Is this something that is going to propel me up in the stage that I need to be in? These are the type of things that when you realize and you can step out of and move away from, these are the type of things that will empower you. These will give you the power that you need to move forward successfully in whatever it is that you do. Can you see any of the fears that you develop because of them? Can you see any ways that you have been limited by these beliefs? Can you see how you will be happier with different beliefs? How would having these different beliefs make you happier? Or what are some of the new beliefs that you would prefer to have instead? I need for you to think about these things. I need you to think about these when you hear them. Think about them because, again, they are so common in our lifestyles. They are so common in nature and what we've been told since a baby that is second nature to just hear them and believe them. But I challenge you to understand. I challenge you to take a second look at these. I actually challenge you to second guess yourself when it comes to hearing these limiting beliefs, because these limiting beliefs are doing just that. They are beliefs that are limiting you. They are limiting you from the success that you could have. They are limiting you from the happiness that you can have, the happiness that you can sustain within yourself and within the people around you, because you are opting to just take these and believe them for face value. Changing your perspective by changing our words. This will help you to rewire your beliefs. Perspective is everything when it comes to how we feel. And the words that we use are critical factors of our perspective. Below are some examples of key words that, if changed, will drastically impact our unconscious minds. The shift may seem small, but it can have a drastic effect on our happiness and our overall motivation. Have to versus get to. Again, I'm going to say have to versus get to. What areas in your life do you feel you say, I have to? For example, I have to go to work. Change it to, I get to go to work. And see how different you feel about this. Now change your have tos into get tos and try your new perspective on for size. So when you think about some of the things, as we say, we have, I have to go to work, change that to I get to go to work. Or how about I have to pay this bill? Change it to I get to pay this bill. Anything that you usually say, I have to, I challenge you to say, I get to. Because when you say I have to, that is putting a block. It is putting you in a shell that says you literally have no choice, that there is no hope, that there is no way around what it is you have to do. When you say I get to, that is putting you in charge. That is putting you in demand. It puts you on the front line of the choices that you get to make, because it is a choice. I can't versus how can I? What areas do you limit your ability to truly be authentic to what you want and your ability to feel joy? Changing this terminology allows the brain to stop shutting off possibilities and instead look for ways to create the things you desire. What do you feel limited about? Does asking how can I change the way you feel about it? Think about this. Think about saying I can't. I can't. I tell people all the time, stop saying I can't. Change it. Change it from I can't to how can I? And how can I is asking a question on what it is that you can do, because there is a plethora of possibilities to what it is that you can do and how you can do these things. Eliminating your limiting belief systems, changing your what ifs. Many times we use the what ifs in a negative way. For example, people say, what if I get fired? What if my relationship goes bad? And so on and so on. These what ifs take away our ability to feel joy, because they stop us from doing what we really want in life out of fear of what if. Try turning your what ifs into positive ones. What if you get a promotion? What if your relationship improves? Remember, the unconscious mind is powerful and will look for whatever you tell it to look for. By saying, what if something amazing happened? Your mind will automatically begin scanning your life for amazing things. What negative what ifs do you think often? Rewrite new ones, positive ones below. What if? What if you get the promotion? Something simpler. What if you win the lottery? What if you gain relationship rapport with that one individual that you're trying to? What if you become the success model that you want to become? What if you become that role model that you have always wanted to be? What if you become that role model that you needed, and you become that role model for someone else that needs what you needed? These are the different things that, when you change your way of thinking, will empower you to live the life that you truly desire. because it's going to infect a change, and these subconscious changes will happen automatically. Baby steps. Take that pebble, take that mustard seed. Eventually, it will grow into that rock that's going to grow into that boulder. And next thing you know, you're going to be standing on top of that mountain that you have created of positive thoughts, positive thinkings, and a new positive way of imaging everything that you want and desire in your life. If there's anyone that has a question for me, I will be willing to take these questions and answer them for you. If you have a lack of an ideas on how you can try to make these changes throughout your daily life, if you need to find out, how do I take that first step? Because it's about taking that first step, because that first step will take you a mile. It's just that first step that you need. You need to feel empowered. I implore you to make this change in the way you think. I implore you to make this change in the way you talk. You start doing these daily in the way you talk, I promise you that before long, you will see that the empowerment that has come over you, the empowerment that is within you will grow. And it will grow so much and so far that you will look back at the days that you did not, and you will wonder, how in the world did you ever suffice and make it through your day prior to that? This is an empowering session that will not only enlighten you, it will begin to enlighten those around you, because when they see the way you talk, when they see the way you start moving because of how you talk, because of how you think, they're going to start making that change. They're not going to know exactly what it is at first. They're not going to be able to put that finger on it. But you will be able to tell them, I started changing the way I looked, the way I thought about those limiting beliefs. Take those limiting beliefs out of your life. Take them out of the way you think. Take them out of the way you talk. And eventually, they will definitely be removed from your whole mind, your whole mindset, your whole subconscious will throw it out, and your mind will only look for all the positives. Comments, I would like to say that this session, this brief class on how to recognize, how to rewire, and how to eliminate limiting beliefs is really near and dear to my heart. It is something that has helped me grow, something that is continuing to help me grow. And I hope that it will do the same for you.